everyone, and welcome to today's ghost story, Repot with me. Today I'm going to tell you a handful of Yorkshire ghost stories. This video is inspired by the lovely Fern of Wild Fern and Harley G. I will link their channels down below. In the north of England we have a lot of haunted hotspots, but the city of York is infamous for its tragic ghost stories, including being one of the sites of the Lancashire witch trials in 1612. There's a pub and hotel with a dark and grueling history, the Golden Fleece, which can be found tucked opposite the Shambles, York's most famous street. The first record of the building dates back to 1503, when it was mentioned in the York City archives, so it's even older than this. It was originally a medieval inn and coaching house, mostly serving businessmen. It's widely known as the most haunted place in York, which customers have claimed is home to at least 15 ghosts. The place gets its name from its historic function as a site for wool and fleece traders, hence the giant gold ewe that hangs in the entrance. Customers who have stayed the night have frequently reported their clothes being thrown about the room, clothes being removed in their sleep, and the sound of footsteps running across the passageways. The most well-known ghost resides in room 4 on the second floor, an unnamed airman who died there in 1944. His death was the most unusual, having fallen out of a second floor window, broken his neck on the stone pavement, and passed away on the grounds. It's said that he fell out in a drunken stupor, but others believe he was pushed. His room is available to stay in, and many guests claim to have been frightened in the night by his figure in full uniform standing over them, and also being woken up by his touch. Over the years, rumours have falsely dubbed him as Jeff Monroe, a Canadian. Due to a pair of historians' research, it has recently come to light that the name Jeff Monroe would not have been his real name. He was also a British airman and not Canadian, as many thought. Another well-known apparition there is Lady Beckett. In the 18th century, the Golden Fleece was owned by the then Mayor of York, John Beckett, and his wife, Alice Beckett, whose ghost has been spotted walking about the corridors late at night. It also claimed that she likes to move the furniture around, disagreeing with where it has been placed. The backyard of the inn, now the outdoor seating area, is named Lady Beckett's Yard. One-Eyed Jack is the nickname given to the apparition, who is said to pace the bar, carrying a flintlock pistol, dressed in a 16th century red coat and tricorn hat. Other commonly reported ghosts include an old man who sits in a small alcove in the bottom bar, and a child who likes to linger behind the pub's entrance. In 2015, the York Mix published these photographs taken by Susan Taggart, who most chilling aspect of the sighting was that the ghost paused as he crossed the corridor and looked straight at the horrified ghost hunters. Over the centuries, the cellar of the building has been used to store corpses as a temporary measure both after hangings and during wars. Prisoners would be brought there to await their execution, and afterwards their bodies would be brought back and stored until their families collected them. Side